애니멀 팜하고 그 필런드블랭크 이거 다 끝내보고 오늘 그 다음에 그 장문 해보고 마지막으로 라이팅 너희들 좀 에디팅 할 시간 주고 그다음 그거 나한테 주고 나서 문법 공부할 시간을 줄게요.
맞다.
알겠죠? 얘들아 그러면 일단 이거 아니죠. 애니멀 팜부터 하기로 했죠. 필런드블랭크 부분으로 다 가주세요. 선생님 그 답지 좀 꺼내볼게. one 정답. So it's the last one. So we're on way down here. Chapter 9?
아직 10 아니에요? 10 아니에요? 10 아니에요?
Did we do 9?
네.
Okay, cool. All right. So it's the last chapter, right?
애니멀 팜 이렇게 끝나나? 갑자기 몇 년 뒤 이거 거의 끝난다는 그 징조 같은데.
아무 얘기도 없이 발을 있는지 모르겠어요.
Let's try it out. So years pass, many animals age and die, and few recall the days before the rebellion. Okay. The animals complete a new windmill, which is used not for generating electricity, but for milling corn. Yes. A far more profitable endeavor. Profitable means what?
수익성 뭐 나온 거 같은데 이거.
이익이 되는 그죠? So the farm seems to have grown richer, but only the many pigs and dogs live comfortable lives. 그죠? 네. Squealer explains that pigs and dogs do very important work. 그죠? 중요한 일을 한다. Welfare 복지니까. Of filling out forms and such, the other animals largely accept this explanation, and their lives go on very much as before. They never lose their sense of pride in Animal Farm, or their feeling that they have differentiated themselves from animals on other farms. Yes. So the inhabitants of Animal Farm still fervently believe in the goals of the rebellion. That is a world free from humans with equality. 달성하지 못했지만 그쵸? For all animals. So one day, Squealer takes the sheep off to a remote spot to teach them a new chant. Okay. Not long afterward, 왜냐면 sheep가 그 chant를 주로 하던 애들이었죠. So not long afterward, the animals have just finished their day's work when they hear the terrifying neighing of a horse. Yes. Neighing is the sound that horses make. Yeah, exactly. Good. It is 누구야? Clover. Yeah. Miss Clover. She summons the others hastily to the yard. There the animals gaze in amazement at Squealer walking toward them on his hind legs. Oh no. Napoleon soon appears as well, walking upright. Worse, he carries a whip. Before the other animals have a chance to react to the change, the sheep begin to chant.
저기도 나와야 되는 거 아니에요?
그 위에 W 뭐였어?
아니 저게 나와야 되는 거 아니에요?
리그?
저 화면에.
제지.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. Have you been writing it?
네 그냥
Okay.
그냥 하는 거 듣고.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
단어는 다 틀리면
Okay. So sheep begin to chant as if on cue. 4 legs good, 2 legs better. Yes. Clover, whose eyes are failing in her old age, asked Benjamin to read the writing on the barn wall where the 7 commandments were originally inscribed. Only the last commandment remains. All animals are equal. However, it now carries an addition. But some animals are more equal. 말도 안 되는 거죠? More equal than others. So in the days that follow, Napoleon openly begins smoking a pipe, and other pigs subscribe to human magazines, listening to the radio, and begin to install a telephone, also wearing human clothes, right? 사람들의 옷들이죠.
안 맞을 것 같은데.
That they have salvaged from Mr. Jones' wardrobe. One day the pigs invite neighboring human farmers, over to inspect Animal Farm. These farmers praise the pigs and express in diplomatic language they regret for past 이거 너무 길다. Misunderstandings. 오해. And the other animals, led by Clover, watch through a window as Mr. Pilkington and Napoleon toast each other. And Mr. Pilkington declares that the farmers share a problem with the pigs. If you have your lower animals to contend with, he says, we have our lower classes. Lower classes. Mr. Pilkington notes that, with appreciation, that the pigs have found ways to make animal farms animals work. Yes. 맞죠? 네. Work harder on less food than any other group of farm animals in the country. He adds that he looks forward to introducing these advances on his own farm. Yes. Napoleon replies by reassuring his human guests that the pigs never wanted anything other than to conduct business peacefully with their human neighbors, and that they have taken steps to further that goal. Animals on Animal Farm will no longer address one another as comrade, he says, or pay homage to Old Major, nor will they salute a flag with a horn and hoof upon it. 다 바뀌고 있죠. All these customs have been changed recently by decree. He assures the men. Napoleon even announces that an animal farm will now be known as the Manor Farm. Yes, which is, he believes, the correct and original name. Yes, the pigs and farmers return to their amiable card game, and other animals creep away from the window. Soon the sounds of quarrel draw them back to listen. Napoleon and Pilkington have played the ace of spades simultaneously, and each accuses the other of cheating. The animals watching through the window realize with a start that as they look around the room of the farmhouse, they can no longer, distinguish 구별을 못한다. Which of the card players are pigs and which are human beings. Okay, so that's how it ends. So we can kind of see how it's going to end, right? There could be no happy ending to this story, because this is not a story about happy farm animals, right? This is relating to the political.
그런 거.
Political, what do you say? Inevitability. Do you know what inevitability means? 불가피한 것? Yes, exactly. Yes, so inevitability of what is known as communism, right? Because communism is a good what do you say? Political system if you just look at it on paper. 읽기만 하면 it makes sense, right? Everybody gets the equal amount. No matter how good you are at something, everybody should be treated equal. That's all good. But once it starts to actually take place, it doesn't really work. Before we try these questions, I did want to ask you this. 우리 오늘 시간이 좀 있으니까. Why do you think communism doesn't work when it starts to actually happen? Why do you think a lot of these countries like North Korea or Soviet Union or all these different countries or even China, right? Why do you think it doesn't work? Greed, yeah.
사람들이 다 독재자가 되고 싶어.
Everybody wants to be the leader. Okay, does everybody want to be the leader though? In Animal Farm?
근데 그 커뮤니즘처럼 일하면 똑같이 받는 거 아니에요? 많이 일해도 똑같이 받죠.
많이 일해도 똑같이 받고 적게 일해도 똑같이 받고.
다른 사람들이 있으니까 적성도 많이 일해도 똑같이 받죠.
그러니까 하려는 의욕이 없다.
Okay, so lack of motivation because even if you're better, you don't get more?
Yeah.
Okay, but is that why it doesn't work?
발전이 없어요.
That's part of the reason, sure. That's part of the reason. I mean, what's the other side of communism? Democracy. And in democracy, what is like the main belief in democracy? 뭐 여러 가지가 있죠. freedom도 있지만 너는 그 C로 시작하는 단어 있었잖아. Capitalism. 자본주의, right? So what is the difference then? 너가 얘기했던 그 동기부여로 생각하면 why is capitalism good for motivation?
왜냐면 똑같이 많이 일하면 많이 일해서 돈 더 많이 받으니까.
Exactly, right? It's 많이 일하는 것도 그러니까 더 근데 뭐 capitalism doesn't mean if you work more you get more. It means if you deserve more. Like if you do not just work more, but you have to if you have what other people want and you sell it, then you get more. 그게 맞죠?
네.
근데 거기 안에서도 어떻게 보면 even in democracy, even in capitalism, we still pay the government. Right? What is that called?
그 세금.
Tax, yeah. We get taxed, right? So even if I'm a millionaire, because I'm a millionaire, 나라가 좀 다르지만,
더 많이
I pay a bit
내지.
more, right? I pay more. Yeah. If I make $100,000 and someone makes $2,000, I pay more than the 2,000 person, right? So that's a little bit of communism, right? We want a little bit of equality. 근데 물론 it's not as big as communism, but so that's motivation is a factor. 그러면 여기서는 motivation 때문에 망한 건 아니잖아. What do you think is another reason? You said greed, right? What do you mean? What do you mean by greed? Can you explain? What do you mean by greed?
그 약간 그 원래 그 높은 자리에 있는 사람들이 그 다른 어차피 다 똑같이 주니까 어차피 똑같이 줄 거면 그냥 그 똑같이 주는 양을 줄이고 자기가 더 받자 약간 그런 식으로.
Sure. Okay. Sure. So
왜냐면 그 처음에 그런 걸 생각했을 때는 자기가 뭐 득주자 아니 뭐 그런 자리에 올라가면 자기만 그런 거 하지 않고 다른 사람한테 열심히 하겠다고 마음을 먹고 가는데
그게 안 돼, 맞아.
하지만 정작 올라가면 자기 마음대로 하는 거죠.
exactly. So a lot of you are thinking this is human nature. 그렇죠?
Yes, human.
Human nature to want or when we have power, there's never an end to how much power that you want, right? So this might
동물 같은
exactly, yeah. It's everyone. Like 우리도 다르다고 생각할 수 있어, right? 우리 다르다고 but once we get to that position, we might act the same way, right? It takes a lot more effort to actually be that kind of a leader. 그렇죠? 다 똑같이 주고, 그렇죠? 그리고 어쨌든 you need a leader, right? So someone's gonna be the leader. So if you are a leader in a communist country, you have to have all the power. 그치? 왜? 똑같이 줘야 되니까. Right? You can't have sharing of power, right? 그 문제죠. 한 사람이 무조건 리더일 수밖에 없어. So like 김정은, Putin, right? Or Xi Jinping, right? These people will never give it up. 왜 넘겨주겠어? Of course they won't, right? Of course they won't. So Trump, but Trump has to give it up, right? Even though yes, he is a bit. He's a bit on the radical side.
윤석열?
He's like
Sure.
he's all about
Whoever's the leader, I think it's very common. 그러니까 democracy에서도 even presidents, if you look, they have these kind of
좀 아닌 것 같아.
we call it power trips. They have all these power.
그거잖아요. 그
So
계엄.
use it.
그 계엄해가지고 그런 거 하려고.
그런 것도 있고. 근데 그런 거는 이제 좀 다른 계엄이 영어로 뭔지 아니겠네.
아 그거
몰라요.
뭐지 그거 영어를 찾아봤는데
emergency protocol.
네 이것이 뭐였는데
emergency protocol.
비상계엄령 그
No, we call it martial law. Martial law. So martial law means you're using the country's military to suppress the people or the government for a specific reason. 근데 원래 martial law도 있어야 되는 거야. 있어야 되는 거야. 왜냐면 있어야 돼. 왜냐면 없으면 안 있어야 되는 체계인데 obviously like 이번에는 yes, I'm not talking about 윤석열 얘기를 하는 게 아니라 선생님 얘기하는 거는 어쨌든 이런 식으로 어떤 사람이 그런 자리에 올라가면 네폴리언이 한편으로는 이해된다. 그렇죠? 그러니까 좋다라는 게 아니라 어떻게 보면 당연한 거 아니겠냐라는 느낌이죠. Right?
맞아.
스노우볼이
Exactly. 오케이. 그러면 so 그리고 얘들아 이거 실제로 너무나도 많이 있었던 일이기 때문에 그리고 우리 처음 시작할 때 얘기했죠. 이거 Man on Farm이 소비에트 유니언 바탕으로 만든 책이고 비판하는 거죠. 어떻게 보면 봐라 이렇게 될 수밖에 없다를 저런 식으로 쓰면 동물 비유해서 쓰면 누굴 딱 집어서 얘기하는 게 아니잖아. 그러니까 그냥 놀리는 거지. 비꼬는 거지. 그치? Exactly. 풍자죠. 네. So let's try the questions out. The last few questions. Number one, the answer for number one, when does the
Three.
chapter take place? Yes, many years after Boxer was killed. Number two, how many animals have been allowed to retire? Yes, no animals. Yes, nobody is allowed to retire. Number three, why do the animals have difficulty remembering the rebellion and the ideas? 왜 어려움을 겪고 있냐 기억하는 거를. Yes, 3번 맞아요. There are so many animals on the farm who were born and bought after the rebellion. The windmill is not used to, yes, make the animals' lives easier. What terrified Clover and the other animals? This was three, right? The sight of Squealer and pigs walking on two legs. Okay. Number 6 would be 2, right? The sheep's singing. Okay. Squealer has changed the sheep's song from 4 legs good to 2 legs back, 2 legs bad into
better.
yes, better. 그쵸?
3.
2 legs better. Nice. What has replaced the 7 commandments on the
One.
yes, all animals are equal, but some animals are more. This is the funny part, right?
이게 뭔 소리지?
Yes. 그다음에 모순이죠?
아니 뭔가 명대사 같아.
네네.
겁나
Yes.
멋져 보여.
Yes. So yes. This is true in our society as well,
Yeah.
right?
아,
Capitalism though, it's the same thing. If you have more money, you're technically worth more,
Yeah, you're stronger.
right? You have more power. Right? It's inevitable. But 근데 데모크라시는 그거 할 수 있지. You can change your fate. If you make money, or if you become successful, then you can change your fate. Which is hard, but you can do it. So what announcement does Napoleon not make? Yes, the rebellion will spread to other farms. He does not say that. Why do Napoleon and Pilkington begin to fight each other? Yes, they both accuse each other of cheating, right? Nice, well done, guys. Okay. So,
아 이거
뭐 discussion이 넘어가고, let's try the long passage that we had to do. Can you tell me what page that is, guys?
그 60, 50, 60,
56. Okay,
50 something인데 50
56. We did this, right? This one, yes. All right. Yeah, this one was a lot shorter. Yes. Let's try this out, and then we are going to proofread your writing, and then I want you to read your writing.
In front.
Yes, in front of us.
아,
떨리는 그거는
안돼.
Why not?
아,
재밌게 할 것 같은데.
왜?
스스로 합시다.
안 돼요.
No. We're gonna try that. This is the last time we probably can do this.
라이팅은 나중에도 많이 할 것 같은데.
라이팅 안 할 거야.
학교에서 해요.
무한한 가능성이 맞아 학교에서 할거 아니에요.
그러니까 we're practicing for that. Okay. It's okay, guys. It's with 6 people or 5 people. 너 빼면 4 people.
저도 뺄게요.
그래도 많은 거예요.
No, guys, come on. You have to do it in front of your class soon. In front of like 30 people.
학교에서 프리젠테이션 안 해.
저 전화번호 풀어서 진짜 떨려 근데.
그래요.
이게 하기 진짜 큰 걸리네.
Yes. You don't have to like look at me. You can just look at the paper and read it. Okay. Just read your writing. 왜냐면 프레젠테이션을 하는 게 아니라 네 써온 거를 읽었으면 좋겠어. Yes. I want to see like your pronunciation and stuff like that. 한번 보고 싶어서.
아 근데 그러면
못해도
오히려 더
괜찮아요. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Don't be nervous. It's okay.
그냥 해.
Promise. 그리고 이거 애들아 그냥 그 팁인데 later on in life until you quit your job until you don't work anymore presentation은 every single job most jobs if it's a high quality job you have to present.
엄마.
어머니 뭐 하시는데?
엄마 주부.
Okay, well, yes. Again,
Teacher, yeah,
yes, that's an amazing job. But if you're working for money, usually you have to present. You have to.
편의점 알바.
The biggest example is a teacher.
그러니까 part-time job
엄마
말고.
주부라고.
If you're like a
That's
but 봐봐. If you think about it, even doctors, right?
Yeah.
Doctors present in front of people all
아니
the time.
그거예요? 그 치과에서 해요?
Yes. Yes, of course. They go. If you're a famous dentist, okay.
엄마 안 하는 거
If you're an intern, 물론 막
안 해봤어.
많이 하는 직업도 있고 덜한 직업도 있지만 your mom probably went to a lot of seminars. Okay, seminar 가면 if your mom is the leading speaker of the seminar, then she has to present. Or let's say your mom owns her own 치과. Does she?
아니요.
사회자 하면 안 돼요.
많이
뭐
그렇게 하면.
원장인가?
그래 원장님이시면 it's her own 치과, right? Then she has to present in front of your workers just to tell them what they have to do, what they don't have to do, all that stuff. It's always a thing.
쌤도
It's
해요.
for like
Of course.
2 or 3 hours.
I did it yesterday. I have to present in front of the teachers how we're gonna teach the class. Okay, I do it in front of your parents.
아, 맞아.
설명회도 하죠.
아,
근데 엄마
everybody
안
does it.
따라하는데.
Yes. 아 오늘 오셨니?
아, 어머니 엄청 키 큰 남자 둘이 있어.
Yes.
어제
나하고 누구지? No.
2개월 전에.
아, 키 큰 남자 누구? Me and who's the other one?
그
데미안?
엄청 키 크신 분이
아 크리스티죠?
그건 초등부인데?
그러니까.
몰래
여기가 초등부 아니었어?
중1에 키 크신 선생 남자 선생님 2명이나 있어.
네.
크리스티죠? 크리스티죠 190 몇이잖아.
아니 건지였으면 큰.
아 그건 맞아. 진짜
전적쌤은.
겁나 크시면 진짜.
크리스티죠.
Chris teacher's tall,
Chris
but he
teacher는
doesn't
근데-
do 중1.
그러니까 초등부잖아요.
Yes.
이제 몰라요. 쌤을 일단 맞아.
전에 여기 잠깐
Yeah.
계시지 않아?
Okay. Well, let's try it out. Sorry. So kindness is the cornerstone of my belief. Okay. Do you know what this means?
아니, 네, 아는데.
What is a cornerstone? This means like 핵심.
아,
Okay. 중심. If you say something is the cornerstone of something, 그럼 뭐뭐의 중심, 뭐뭐의 핵심이라는 거야. It's the most important thing. So this person believes kindness is the most important thing for his or her belief. 남자인지 여자인지 몰라서. So when I give time, attention, or more tangible things to relieve someone's pain or just make their day a little better, then kindness are returned to me. Okay. So this is the famous phrase, "What goes around comes around." Okay. Do you know that saying?
뭐,
이거 한국말도 있을 텐데.
그 윗물이 고와야 뭐
Always
아랫물이
something like
곱단가?
talk.
No, that's 그거는 이제
아, 윗물이 맑아야 아랫물이 맑다?
그
주는 대로 받는다.
네.
What goes around comes around. 이렇게 얘기해.
아니 좋게 줘야 좋게 받는다.
하는 말이 뭐
가는 말이
Yes,
아,
yes, that's the one. That's
아,
right.
됐다,
Yes,
됐다.
yes, yes. 가는 말이 고와요, 오는 말이 곱다.
대단한 걸
고와야 아랫물이
Yes.
곱다?
So this person is saying, if I give attention, if I give my time, if I give something to help someone, like relieve their pain, then that kindness is returned. And it's returned not in the same way, but better, right? Magnified meaning more, right? And guaranteed meaning 보증이 된, right? 100% this person is saying you're going to get it back. I profit in multiple ways since the things we give away are the very things that remain with us. Okay, so until I was 4 years old, my parents lived off 31E, the main highway in Nelson County, Kentucky. 그냥 어디 사는지 알려주고 있고. Our neighbors across the knob had a daughter named Dorothy. Okay, who was 4 years older than I was, which means Dorothy was 8 years old. 그치? I had a heart condition that prevented her from running. She had a heart condition. Sorry, that prevented her from running and playing like the rest of us. Okay, so she wasn't like a normal child because she couldn't do things like run or play. So one afternoon, though, Dorothy surprised my siblings and me by offering us piggyback rides. Okay, so Dorothy, who has a heart condition, offered us piggyback rides. Okay, which was a game called Horsey. So after I watched my younger sister and then my brother trot down the lane and back, Dorothy said to me, "I can't give you a ride. You're too big."
와, 너무 크네.
I had eagerly waited for my turn, too young to know that Dorothy had a rheumatic heart and shouldn't have been carrying children on her back. 그러니까 얘는 이제 너무 어렸으니까 그런 거 이해를 못했다는 거죠. 그냥 섭섭한 것뿐이지. 왜냐면 나도 타고 싶은데 못탔으니까. I cried so with heartache that my aunt Lula, who we called Uwi, comforted me. "Come into my room. I'm gonna give you a pretty," she said. 이게 무슨 말인지 모르겠어 나도. Okay, 좀 더 읽어보면 나오겠죠? Uwi opened the dresser drawer where she kept a box of her favorite things. Okay. And from it gave me a little set of plastic bells. 이게 이제 pretty인가 봐요, 그렇죠? The cluster was glued together and had a pin on the back to attach it to a coat or a dress. The set gleamed with bright colors: red, blue, green, and yellow. My disappointment vanished, okay? So she felt better, see? And I was mesmerized by this gift. I called them my little jingle bells. Okay, 이게 little 없네. I called them my jingle bells. And I carried them in a special cigar box along with other highly valued items from our box. Yeah. cigar box는 애들이 예전에 그 중요한 것들 넣는 케이스로 많이 썼어요. 맞아. 근데 되게 케이스가 예쁘거든. It's a very nice wooden box. 그래서 거기 안에다가 막 귀중한 것들이나 아니면 소중한 것들 넣을 때가 많았어.
담배는
No. Cigar smell actually smells good. Okay, if you don't smoke it, 피는 게 아니면 it smells like wooden or like tobacco. It doesn't smell that bad. Anyways. So, I carried them in a special cigar box along with my highly valued items. 그러니까 여기 cigar box 안에 넣고 다른 얘가 같이 있다고 생각하는 얘한테 중요한 아이템들이 거기다 넣은 거지. 뭐 예를 들어서 my butterfly wings, broken glass in swirling shapes, and unusually colored rocks. Okay, 얘한테 소중한 것들인가 봐요. So one day, years later, our 5th grade teacher told the class that a schoolmate's house was on fire. Okay, it was the home of Bernadette, the daughter of one of the ladies who cooked in our new lunchroom. When Bernadette began to cry, a wave of sympathy moved me and to slip up the aisle to her desk and give her my beloved Jingle Bells. Okay, so she gave it up because she wanted her to feel better. It's a nice gesture, right? I wanted her to feel better. But Bernadette didn't even stop crying. As soon as I got back to my desk, I regretted giving away my precious belonging. 그렇죠? Yes. Exactly, right? 제일 소중한 걸
아니,
줬는데
줄 때는 그냥 줘야겠다 했는데 주고 나서는
yes, 좀 후회할 수 있죠. Yes. So as the years pass, my mind returns occasionally to those two events, the receiving and giving away of my best treasure. My aunt Lula gave me the Jingle Bells to soothe my disappointment, and then I gave them to Bernadette to ease her pain. My little pretty had taken on magical properties. That feeling of magic remains in my heart today whenever I'm able to give or receive a kindness. Since earliest childhood, my belief begins and ends with the conviction that we should help each other and get through this life. And the method I prefer is by kindness. So that's a nice message. Okay, 여기서 뭐 그런 kindness를 베풀어서 뭘 얻었다라기보다 그냥 이런 걸 준 경험이 있고 그랬을 때 주로 좋은 일들이 있지 않겠냐. 뭐 그 신념이라니까. It's her belief, right? So, are these sentences true or false? So Dorothy was 4 years younger than I was. No, older, right? Dorothy had to give the writer a piggyback. Nope, 이것도 아니죠? Okay, she couldn't. Lula gave Bernadette a little silk. Yes, okay, not Lula. Which of the following is true? Yes, that's true. Okay. What was not in the cigar box?
원.
Yes. 아니야.
정답이 있나?
징글 없었어.
넣지 않았어?
근데 그 나머지 세 개 다 있었어요. 거기에
징글벨이
봤는데.
있었나요? 여기 봐.
No, guys. It's yes. Round shapes가 아니죠.
그렇네.
Swirly shapes. Jingle Bells는 넣었다고 얘기했습니다. Right? Which of the following is not similar meaning to comfort? Yes, strange. What did the writer realize from her childhood experience? Yes, we should help.
오케이 라이팅.
Nice.
안돼.
안돼.
안돼. 재밌겠다.
Alright, so
여기 지워야 돼.
녹화본은 끌게요, 리나 씨.